to step forward. I feel like I'm leaning slightly. Hi, my name is Mariam Chum. I'm the program manager of the Arts and Sacred Places program for Partners for Sacred Places here in the Chicago office. My history with Donors Forum has actually been in an educational capacity. I've worked in nonprofits for the last 10 years. I've worked with very small organizations, and it's always been a great resource to go to workshops, to feel connected to other nonprofits in the city, and to really develop my skills as a professional. I really could not have done a lot of things that I've done throughout my career without Donors Forum. So I thank you all for that, and I wish you a happy 40th anniversary.
My name is Misa, and I am from Misa for Love Foundation, and I am very excited to be here. And now, Prima is coming.
Hi, my name is Rena Prima. I'm with the Misa for Love Foundation. I'm the executive director. We are new to the Donors Forum, and we're really excited to get as much assistance as we can during this journey of opening a nonprofit.
My name is Jodi Bautel. I'm the grants manager with the Pritzker-Traubert Family Foundation, and Donors Forum and I both turned 40 this year, so congratulations to Donors Forum. I would be lost without the great network of resources you've provided, especially to someone new in the philanthropy world. The connections and the people that I meet there who introduce me to other people in the network have really been a huge help. So thank you and congratulations.
My name's Mark McKelvey. I'm with Manufacturing Renaissance now. Previously, I was with Chicago Lung Association for years, Loyola University for 9 years, and 14 years with the Y of Metropolitan Chicago. And I mention all those because the common thread through all my experience for the last 30 years in not-for-profits in Chicago really has been the Donors Forum, plus Association of Fundraising Professionals. But the Donors Forum has sophisticated philanthropy in Chicago and taken it to amazing levels of insight and thought. I remember when Eleanor Peterson was active many years back, and Valerie became the head, and all the wonderful things she's done over the years. It's especially exciting to see the discussion on collective impact and think about ways that philanthropy can have a larger impact by pulling together more assets and resources. I'm one of those folks that doesn't have a lot of time for volunteerism because of work and family, and I haven't been able to volunteer much over the years with AFP and other groups. So basically, I want to say thank you to the Donors Forum. You help us all and you represent us all, and it's greatly appreciated. Thanks.
My name is Nancy Ronquillo. I serve as President CEO of Children's Home and Aid, and I am so grateful for the legacy Donors Forum has created and for the future it's outlined. I'm particularly excited about the work we've done together to found Illinois Partners as a big voice, a cross-sector voice to improve the system of care for human services. I think that's been extraordinary leading-edge work, and I think that Donors Forum continues to offer a leading-edge dynamic, bringing together these various sectors, the foundations, the human service, and other nonprofit organizations, and those who serve all of us in the community in Illinois and the surrounding area. So congratulations, Donors Forum, for all that you've done and all that you will do. We love being partnered with you, and we really appreciate the leadership you've exercised so strongly and with such inspiration.
I'm Boyd McDowell, Foundation Director of the Seabury Foundation, one of the original founding members of the Donors Forum. I got involved in the Donors Forum about 12 years ago when my predecessor took me out to lunch with Valerie Lees so that I could get inculcated into Donors Forum life. I've chaired a number of committees, including the Family Foundation Committee, a membership committee. I've served on the board and met, to my way of thinking, a bunch of the greatest people in Chicago who work tirelessly on the issues that face our community. I have so much respect for my colleagues, all of whom I would not have probably met had I not been involved in Donors Forum.
Hi, my name is Mitch Hurst. I'm a consultant. I run my own small consulting company. I have a long history and good history with Donors Forum. I was an employee there from 1990 to 1998. During that time, learned all about nonprofits and foundations and grant making, and lots of the issues that grant makers were addressing in Chicago. I had a great time working there. It served me well for the rest of my career, and I owe a lot to the organization, and especially to Valerie Lees, who I consider to be one of my mentors and who really provided me with some great opportunities to learn and get some good experience. So with all that said, happy 40th anniversary, Donors Forum.
Okay, hi, I'm Clark McCain with the Coleman Foundation. And the Donors Forum for me was really a way to learn about philanthropy. Before I was in the field, I worked for a corporation that was a member and had the opportunity to attend the annual luncheon a couple years and really get exposed to some of the thinking and the discussions and the conversations that were taking place and learn a little bit about philanthropy from afar and these relationships between organizations and ways in which different organizations try to find points of common interest. And then after a while, when I kind of got very excited about being in the field, I joined a grant-making organization and similarly looked to Donors Forum to be a way in which I could not only learn about the craft and get exposed to the thinking that other funders were exploring, but also a way to connect and meet people. And I think that's a role that Donors Forum plays that's so critical in Chicago, is being that town hall where organizations that have different goals, that talk about different things, can come together and find points of intersection. And going forward, I think that could be really one of the strongest opportunities for Donors Forum to really develop a faculty and a facility for connecting people and helping people who come from different places, different organizations with different professed goals and missions to find common ground and then to really learn and understand how to work together. So to play that role that's a little bit removed, a little bit distant from the action, but that lubricates and facilitates the actors so that results can be reached. So good luck to Donors Forum. We look forward to learning about the new DF and hopefully helping to shape it.
Hi, my name is Gary Wood, and I'm a trustee of the Louis R. Lurie Foundation. And as a part of the 40th anniversary of Donors Forum, I am going to tell a story about my experience with Donors Forum over the years. I've been a part of Donors Forum since 1981, so I guess I'm one of the old timers. I remember back in, I think it was the mid-'80s, when hunger was a big issue in Chicago. And it was being written about in the papers, it was on the news, and it got the attention of both the philanthropy community and the corporate community. And one of those nonprofits that was addressing the issue of hunger was the Chicago Food Depository, which was relatively new to Chicago. And I happened to be involved with the Food Depository as a volunteer. And we were literally, the Food Depository was literally running out of warehouse space. The Food Depository's second location, I believe it was their second location, was on Peoria Street in Greektown. And we needed a new space to accommodate the demand. So I remember calling Ben Reyes at that time, who was working as a program officer for Carolyn Berglund at the Continental Bank Foundation. I told Ben about the problem, about the needs, and he said, let me talk to Carolyn and see if there's a way that we can bring the philanthropy community together to address the warehouse needs. It was probably one of the more unusual and unique experiences I have had in the philanthropy community in Chicago. Because what happened was Caroline called a meeting, which was held in the boardroom of the Continental Bank Trust offices, which at that time was at 30 North LaSalle, and not at their corporate office, which was on South LaSalle. And anyway, many of the foundations attended that meeting, and we literally went around the table after we explained what the need was and how urgent the need was, that we went around the table and people were asked what their foundation would be willing to commit financially to a new warehouse location. And at that meeting, we literally raised all the money necessary to relocate the food depository to a new warehouse space. I think it was one of the most inspiring moments because people really immediately addressed a community need without any sort of, major discussion. So that's my story.